how's everybody doing today? Back again with another video for you guys and gals, and today what I have for everyone is my full review of the Huawei Band 3 Pro. Henceforth, throughout the rest of this video, we're just going to call it the Band 3 Pro because that's a long name. But I've been using this product for a little bit over a month now, and I think I'm about ready to give y'all my overall full review and my recommendation as to whether or not you guys and gals should pick it up if you're in the market for this sort of thing. So without further ado, let's jump into this full review. Now, starting off, the first thing I want to talk about with you guys and gals is the overall build quality and design. Now, from a build quality standpoint, I have to say Huawei has done a great job with this one. There's no rattling or creaking of any kind, and this product right here strikes a perfect balance between just enough weight and just enough lightness. So the overall build quality on here is really good. Now, moving on, let's talk about the design. I actually like this design a lot because it's more of like a bracelet style design or like a half watch style design. So that's why they call it the band, because it's not a full watch. It's kind of like a watch integrated into like a bracelet, and I actually like that design because, again, as I said, it lends itself well to the weight and the overall lightness, and it actually, that segues really good into our next thing, which is the fit and feel. Because of that weight and overall lightness, the actual fit and feel of this watch and or smart band, I'll use those words interchangeably throughout this review, so bear with me. Because of that weight and design, it lends itself extremely well to the overall fit and feel. This feels almost perfectly on my wrist. Almost perfect on my wrist. Perfectly, that doesn't work. This feels almost perfect on my wrist, and sometimes I forget it's there, and for me, that's essentially what I was going for. So the overall fit and feel of this smartwatch is really good. Now, let's dive into some of the hardware and the software of this watch. Then we're going to talk about the battery life, talk about durability, then I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts on the price and an overall recommendation. Now, when we get to the software, I'll also go over the dedicated companion app that you're prompted to download after you pair up this watch to your device. But talking about the hardware, okay, I'd have to say the hardware on here is really good. Now, I think this is a silicone band, and in terms of display, we have a 0.95 inch AMOLED display, which means that it only lights up the pixels that it needs to use at any given time. Okay? So, other than that, I couldn't find out any of the battery information, any of the storage information, or any of that, so I do apologize for that. But in terms of the hardware, that is what I was able to find out. And for me, in my opinion, this hardware is really good. Now, let's talk about the software. Excuse me, should have had a bottle of water. Let's talk about the software. First, let's go over the software implementation on the watch itself. Then we're going to go over the companion app. Okay, so talking about the software on the watch itself, this is your watch face. Then you have your messages section, which you can configure. Then just over that, you have your more area where you can change your watch faces. Use the Find My Phone feature. So with that turned on, you can just tap it if you've lost your phone, and it makes your phone ring. Right here. All right, and tap it again once you found it, and you're good to go. Okay. Then you have a timer. Then you have a stopwatch. You have brightness controls, and the brightness on this is really good, I must say. And you also have a dedicated night mode inside of the brightness controls if you would like. Then you can restart the watch. You can factory reset the watch, and so on and so forth. And then at the very bottom here, you got the regulatory and the, dang, did I just power it off by accident? I think I did. My mistake, y'all. Or maybe I hit the reset button. I hit the reset button. My bad. We're not going to edit that out. These things happen when you push record. My mistake. But yeah, y'all get the idea. You have the reset button, you have your power off button, and then you have the about page down there. Let me see if I can do it without messing it up this time. There you go. Right down there. See, I almost did it again. So there you go. But yeah, if you swipe all the way through, there you have it. Okay. I can't really get all the way down there without tapping extra stuff. Your boy got fat fingers. Okay. There we go. Made it to the bottom. So there you have it. And to navigate through the interface on the watch, you swipe up and down. So you swipe up and down like so. You tap this touch sensitive area to go back home. Or if you just want to go back in general, so let's just say I go in here, you swipe this way and it goes back. So this is your messaging area, which you can configure in the app. Then we got the more settings, which I just went over. Then we have your workout modes. And when you activate your workout modes, it does activate the dedicated GPS. Okay? And you can set the targets for your workouts right there. Okay? So it has preset, it has running, indoor running on the treadmill, outdoor walking, indoor walking, cycling, swimming. What else we got down here? Free training, open water swimming, and that's it. That's all the presets there. But you can configure those when you're about to use them, and you can set your target goals, so on and so forth. All right. Now this does have dedicated sleep tracking. So if you want to monitor your sleeping habits, you can do that. And it does have a nice interface on the app, which y'all will see a little bit later on. So that's pretty cool. Then we have a dedicated heart rate sensor. And I gotta say, the heart rate monitor on this watch is pretty good. Okay. Turn it on, wait a few seconds, it will spit out your heart rate. You'll be good to go. And that information will sync up with the app. All right. Then at the very end here, we have a workout tracker here. So this tracks your steps and the percentage you have left to reach your goal. Okay. So that pretty much does it for the software on the watch itself. Okay. Let's go home. Now let's go over the companion app. All right. So when you first get your Mi Band 3, your Band 3 Pro, what have you, y'all know that name kind of long. When you first get it, it's going to prompt you to plug it up so you can charge it, and that's going to wake up the watch. Then you're going to go through the setup process, and it's going to prompt you to download the Huawei Health app. Okay? Once you download the Huawei Health app, did I put it in here? No, I did not. Where did I put that? I don't know where I dropped it. But let me find it real quick. Did I put it in? No, I didn't put it in there. Here it is. So it's going to prompt you to download this app right here. This is the Huawei Health app from the Play Store. All right, once you download that app and once you go in, you're going to be prompted to connect up the smart band. All right. And once you do that, then you'll have more controls and you'll be greeted with this main landing page. All right. So once you come into this, you're going to see everything blank here, and this is going to be empty. Then you tap here. It's going to prompt you to find the watch and set up the watch, and then you'll be good to go, and you can configure the rest of the app. All right. Now let's walk through this app a little bit. So this is your main landing page of the app, or your main home screen of the app. And some of this stuff is configurable, but I have to say I like this layout. I've been using it for a while. I like this layout. So across the top, you have your steps and your distance. Then you have your time and your calories burned. Really, really cool. Now, you can activate the GPS straight from the app. When you, let's say you want to start a dedicated workout, you can activate that from here, and then it will log everything with the app and sync the data. And you can tap on those previous workouts right here. Okay, so you can see I've actually done a bunch of workouts since I got this bad boy. All right, and you can go in if you forgot to start the workout on either the watch or the app. You can go in and add independent workouts. Okay, so really good stuff. Right, just below that you have your sleep tracking. Okay, which you can set up to always track or sync as soon as you sync up the watch with the app. Then you have your weight tracking, which you can go in and set up your goals and monitor your weight loss across all these different categories. So by the day, by the week, by the month, and by the year. And you can put it in manually right here. So you can record that manually. Or you can sync it up with a smart scale. So it syncs the data from the smart scale to the app. I don't have a smart scale, so it is what it is. And you can check your history. So if you want to see how much weight have you lost over a period of time, you can check that in the history, and you can delete certain ones. And this also gives you a shortcut to your goals. So you can set specific goals, and it will notify you when you reach them. So you can set your step goals as low as 2,000 and as high as 20,000 steps a day. I keep mine at 6,000. That's what I've been using since I got my S8. So I figured I'd just transfer that data over to the app and keep it moving. And you can also set your weight goals. So y'all can see right now I weigh about 180 pounds and change, and I'm trying to get back down to my high school weight, which was 167. So that's my weight goal. We're going to try and get down to that, and then we're going to try to exceed that. All right. So you can configure that here, and once you got everything configured the way you would like it, you can save it. Okay. So that's that. All right. So that's weight tracking. Then you have your heart rate sensor. So you can configure this to be always on. So it will periodically track your heart rate and sync the data to the app. Or you can set it up to where when you launch the app, it will sync the data from the smartband or smartwatch to the app. Okay, I actually have it set up that way because that saves more power. All right, so that's that. Then down here, you have a nice layout of your information here. So you got your daily step average, and then you have your goals achieved for the day. All right, and if you tap in, you can get all your information at a glance. And again, you can change this to these specific categories. So you could do a daily view, you could do a weekly view, you could do a monthly view, or you could do a yearly view. All right, I tend to just leave everything on monthly. So, and then it gives you the breakdown of your total steps since you started using that dedicated device, because this changes every time you sync up a new device. This changes. Okay, so this is not my overall step count because I've been testing this watch or smart band with all of my smart devices, but this is my overall total since I had it synced up to my S8. And then this is my average steps. All right, and then it breaks down for you your percentage running, walking, and climbing. So that's really, really nice. And y'all can see, because of my disability, y'all, I could only really walk and do certain bits of weight training. Okay, but I do the best I can with what I can do. So it is what it is. But I like that layout. That's really, really clean. All right. And then this next category is for your exercises. So again, you can start your exercises here by tapping up here. So real quick, or you can come over here to the exercise category, set your goal and hit start, and it will activate the GPS and you can begin your workout. So again, we have running, walking, cycling, and then we have your different training that you can do. So they have all different types of training in here. So you got a 5K, 10K, 13 miles, 26 miles, so on and so forth. And you can always go out and get more if you would like. All right, so that's really nice. And then over here, you got the Me section. And this brings you to an area where you can, again, set your goals. You can set up a personal profile. So it asks you for your weight, your age, all that good stuff, and you can based on that, it will configure certain things. As I get a bunch of notifications, sorry y'all. And then next to that, this is your messages area, and you can actually configure that. I'm gonna show y'all how to do that in a few seconds here. But right below that, you have a quick at a glance view of the battery percentage of your smartwatch that you have synced up, and you could tell what the connection status is. Then you have your data sharing information right here. Okay, and then this is where you can sync up different health apps. Okay, so right now I have it synced up to my Google Fit, because y'all know I was using stock Android before this, and I also have it synced up to my Samsung Galaxy Health, which is what this is right here. But you can add more and sync different things as you would like. So that's that. Then you have the settings for the app itself. So you can configure what notifications show up on your phone. So you can have your step count always showing in your notification shade here. Now I don't like that. You can have it notify you when you've reached your daily goals. I do like that, so I'll leave that on. And you can have it always showing in your notification panel. Now, my notification panel is already pretty busy, but I like to keep the notification panel only to the stuff that I use every day, all day. If it's not something that I use every day, all day, or it's something I want running in the background, then I don't generally let it run notifications in the notification panel. Okay? But that's that. Then you have your privacy information here. So got that privacy notice from Huawei. So you know what they all going to collect. Then you can clear your data here. So if you're having syncing errors information, I'm tripping, sorry y'all. If you're having syncing errors, you may want to come in here and clear the cache. And then you have the open source licensing right there. All right. And that's the main settings for the app. Now, if you want some more control over the settings, after you sync your watch here, you want to dive in and tap on this. And this is how you get your more granular controls. So as I said before, you can control the always active sleep tracking. You can set it up to remind you if you've been inactive, it will buzz your wrist and tell you got to get up and do some work. So you can do that as well. You can do the always active heart rate tracking. Now, I have that turned off because I like it to sync up when I launch the app. It saves a little bit more battery that way, but that's just me. But you configure these settings as you would like. Then you have your alarms, so you can set individual alarms here. Okay? Do not disturb, that's self-explanatory. You have your notifications, and when you tap on this, it loads up, and you can decide what apps you want to push notifications to the watch. Now, this is important because I'm trying to, be on my phone only when I need to. So when I got this watch, I set it up to where only the important things will get pushed. So I know if my phone is in my pocket, okay, I got an email. That might be a business thing or a personal thing. Got to check that. And I interact with my family through all these other means. So Facebook Messenger, regular Messenger, text now through one of my other phone lines, and my Google Voice number, so on and so forth. And then if you want the push notifications to work really well, you have to allow the health app the ability to push those notifications. So that's what that is. and then I have YouTube Studio. So I always catch when you guys ask questions or make a comment. I can always catch it and I never miss it. All right. Other than that, I have everything else unsynced, but you can go through and configure this as you would like. All right. So that's the notification controls. Then you have a Bluetooth disconnect reminder. You can toggle on and off if it's always syncing the weather information. So that's this right here. Right now I have it turned off. Okay. But you can toggle that. The raise to wake. So this move right here, raise to wake. You can toggle that as well. You can also toggle on and off whether or not it goes out automatically and pulls down software updates. Okay. You can manually scan for software updates, and you can factory reset the watch if you want to, if it's not working right and you just want to start fresh, or you can unpair and repair to new devices just by hitting that there. Okay. And that about goes over all the information on the companion app. All right. Actually, I think I missed one thing. Yes, I did miss one thing. My mistake, y'all. So, also, if you're not too fitness savvy and you want to know, what's a good level of fitness to be at, and what your certain heart rates need to be so you're not pushing yourself too hard, this setting right here that I skipped, the heart rate limit and zones, this will give you some nice information on that. And based on this calculation, you can set where you want your heart rate limit to be, and you can set up when the watch notifies you if you're getting close to that limit or exceeding that limit, because you really don't want to push it past that for extended periods of time. It can be very damaging to your overall health. All right, so you can configure these zones by sliding these as you would like. So I can set the zones how I would like. I can set my overall max heart rate here. Okay. And if I need to know more information, I can tap on this, and then I got the full breakdown of the calculation and each of the zones. So this was really, really nice. Now I'm already kind of a fitness junkie. I work out whenever I can. So I already knew most of this, but for us less fitness oriented people, this is nice. I like how they integrated this into their app. So that's really, really cool. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I highlight that because that's something that's really important. Now that about does it for the companion app, and let's keep it moving. Okay. So really, really good stuff there, and let's keep it moving. Let's jump back to the watch now. Now, the next thing I want to talk about with you guys and gals is the battery life and the overall charge times of the smartwatch or smart band. Y'all already know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what it is. Now, in terms of the overall battery life, now if I would have bought this brand new, I got it used, but if I would have bought this brand new, Huawei quoted that on average you should get about 7 to 12 days on a single charge. Keep in mind that's if you buy a brand new one, and that's also if you do a few things. Now, if you have the heart rate sensing always on, and you have the sleep tracking always on, but you have it set up to periodically sync the data, then you'll get somewhere in between that 7 to 12 days of battery life. Keep in mind, your results may vary based on what you do with the smartwatch, okay? But they also said that if you always keep the GPS active, or if you're going on an extensive workout or like a long distance run, or you're doing training for like a 4K or something like that, then you're probably going to get 7 hours of usage with the GPS active. All right, so that's what Huawei quoted on their website, and that's also what they quoted on Amazon. Now, for me, with my particular style of usage, which is I have everything synced here, but I toggle when it syncs. I don't leave it always syncing. I toggle when it syncs. But with my particular style of usage, I'm getting anywhere between 3 to 5 days on a single charge. So I would have to say that that's pretty good. That's almost what I was looking for, but not quite. Now, originally, when I picked this up or decided to pick this up, shout out to your boy Ultratech and your boy C Butler, because I saw their collaboration video, and I was like, you know what? Maybe now's a good time to pick up a smartwatch or a smart band. So shout out to you guys for giving me the inspiration to pick this up. But when I was making the decision as to what to pick up, I really wanted something that can last me at least a good 7 days. So it's something that I didn't have to charge every day or every 2 days. I wanted it to really last and go for a week at a time. So the fact that I was able to get 3 to 5 days is pretty good, but it's not quite there. Keep in mind now, I do have a used device here, so if I would have bought a new version of this, I probably would have got that, but because it's used, I was expecting that. So that's why I can say the overall battery life is pretty good. Not almost what I wanted, but not quite. But still good for what it is. Now, talking about the overall charge times, this is where I have to say this was really good as well. Now, I couldn't find any estimates on Huawei's website and or on Amazon, so I did a lot of research. Did about a week or two of research, couldn't find anything, and I was like, you know what? Forget it. We're just gonna eyeball it. So that's pretty much what I did. So based on my usage, I would say this bad boy takes about an hour to an hour and a half to reach a full charge, depending on the percentage that you charge it at. Okay? And then when it's low, when the battery is low, it will flash a red battery icon and buzz your wrist, and that's how you know the battery is low. Also, when the battery is low, it will only give you access to the time and the date. It won't sync the data information for the fitness tracking, and it won't sync the weather information because you need to charge the battery. Okay, so that's some things to look out for when the battery is low. But that being said, from 0 to full, going to take you about an hour and a half with this one, so that's not bad. If I charge it when it's not at 0 or to a desired percentage, then I'm looking at about a good 45 minutes. So that's not bad. So if I use it for like 5 days and I forget to charge it, and I wake up and I get that low battery warning, but I want to go for a workout, but I need to do some things before my workout, then I'll throw it on the charger for about 45 minutes and it will be good to go and get me through another 2 to 3 days, and we good. Now, I do want to point out something that I don't like about the charging, and I actually want to show y'all this. Now, it doesn't have a dedicated port for charging. So out the box, it comes with a little charging adapter that clicks onto it, and then it outputs in micro USB. Now, I'm okay with the micro USB because of the fact that it goes so long between charges. But I'm not a fan of having a dedicated accessory that I need to clip on it in order to charge it. So that's something I don't like about this smartwatch or smart band, is the fact that the charging mechanism is not implemented directly into the band. You have to clip on that other accessory and then charge the watch. Now, that's kind of a bummer for me because if I lose that, then I can't charge the watch. So that's just another thing that I have to keep tabs on. Don't really like that. Okay? Alright, so that pretty much goes over the charge times and the overall battery life, and that's just something I wanted to point out for y'all. Now, let's talk about the overall durability. Then we're going to talk about the price, and I'm going to give y'all my final thoughts and a recommendation or two. So, durability wise, I have to say this smart band or smartwatch has done a great job. Let me give y'all some close-ups. So you can see there is a few scratches on it. There are a few dings on it because I am a very clumsy individual, and that's one thing I was very concerned about when I picked this up. How's it going to hold up to my style of rigorous use? Because honestly, y'all, there was times that I forgot that I had it on until I like cracked it up against the wall, cracked it on some doorways. It dinged up on my crutches a few times, and I was like, ugh. Every time it did that, I made the cringe face, because you could hear it. I was like, but cleaned it off. It was good, and I do just have some minor scratches, and you can pop this off to replace the bands. So I'm gonna just use it till it gets roughed up, and then I can always swap out the bands. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. And the overall durability of this smartwatch or smart band is really, really good because of that. Okay? Next, the last thing I want to talk about with you guys and gals now is the overall price, and give you guys and gals my final thoughts and a recommendation or two. Let me pop this back on real fast. If I could do it real fast. Struggles. Yeah. Not the most dexterous person in the world. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, let's pop this on and slide that up, and let's talk about the price. Okay? Bam. And that's about where they say you want to keep it, about 1 finger length away. So this way the heart rate sensor can get a good reading. So that's about where you want it to be. Alright, now let's talk about the price. So I picked this up from Amazon, and I picked it up used, and at checkout it ran me at $55 flat. Now I have the screenshot up in post so y'all can see exactly what I paid. But that being said, I did find this available for as low as $45 and as high as $80 brand new. So if you guys and gals were wondering, can I recommend that y'all pick this up, I would have to say yes. For that price, anywhere between $45 and $80, this is a really good pickup, and it has been serving me well. Now, that being said, do I intend to keep it? Because that's the big thing. And honestly, I probably have to say no. And that's only because I want a little bit bigger display. So there's another thing that I'm looking at that y'all will see on the channel in a little bit here. And I'm actually thinking that after I put that one through its paces, I might keep that one. But I'm going to save that as a surprise. So I'm not going to tell y'all what it is. But if you're in the market for this style of smartwatch or smart band, can I recommend that y'all pick this up? I'd have to say yes. This has served me extremely well, and the fact that it's something that I don't have to charge every day or every 2 days is really, really good. So can I recommend y'all pick this up? Again, I'd have to say yes. Alright, that being said, that pretty much brings an end to this full review. If you guys and gals enjoyed this review, please help your boy out and give it a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. If you want to see more content like this, as always, feel free to hit the subscribe button down below, and make sure you click off the notification bell icon right next to it so you guys and gals get notified when I publish new videos. If this video piqued your interest, all the links to where, my bad, bumpy cam, all the links to where y'all can pick up this product at some really great prices will be available down below in the video description. So as always, if your interest is piqued, down below in the video description should be like a one-stop shop for you guys and gals, and you should be good to go. Okay, this whole video here today was recorded using the rear-facing 12 megapixel camera on the Samsung Galaxy S7 Active in 720p at 30 frames per second. So please let me know what y'all think of the overall video quality. And all the audio for this video here today, sorry, bumpy cam twice, was recorded using the Boya BY-MM01 microphone. So please let me know what you think of the overall video and audio quality down below in the comments. Your feedback is always greatly appreciated. I hope everyone has a great day, and I will catch you guys and gals in my next video. Peace, everyone.